Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to understand one of the most important concepts in HTML, that is HTML elements. So if you're just starting with web development, this is something you need to know before learning anything else. So let's get started. So what is an HTML element? So an HTML element is a complete piece of HTML code that tells the browser what to display. Okay, in most cases, an HTML element has three parts. So we'll see what are those three parts. So the first one being an opening tag. So the second one is the content, and the third one a closing tag. So the general structure looks like this. So tag name goes here, okay, and the content goes here, and closing of the tag. So this here is called opening tag, okay, and the content is what that I have mentioned here. The content goes here, and the closing tag is this. So it has three parts. One is an opening tag, followed by the content and a closing tag. So the opening tag marks where the element begins. The content, what you want is what you want to display, and the closing tag tells the browser where the element ends. Okay, so let's look at an example. I'll be removing all of this. So let's look at a heading example. So don't worry if you don't know what a heading is right now. So here, so H1 is the opening tag. My first heading is the content. So this is the closing tag. So when you open this in a browser, it displays a large heading. Okay. I'll just quickly show you how it looks. So we'll create a code. So this is the opening tag. I'll paste my content here, my first heading, and close it, and close the body, and close the HTML. Element is anything that has an opening tag, optional content, and usually a closing tag. For example, here you can see HTML, right, is also an HTML element. Body is also an HTML element. So we are opening the HTML here and we are closing it here. And we are opening the HTML element body here and closing it here, right? So HTML element Uh, it is the root element of the web page. Okay, you have to start it with HTML. So body element contains all the visible content. So whatever that you have to print, that let's say heading or paragraph or any other HTML element that comes inside the body, right? So heading, H1 is the heading element. So we also have paragraph. So an HTML element is anything that starts with an opening tag and ends with a closing tag. So being the HTML element is a root element of every HTML page. So inside it we have body element, which contains everything that is displayed in the browser, such as heading, paragraph, images, buttons, and more. Okay. So all of these are HTML elements. The difference is that they have, uh, they each have different purposes. That is the difference. So let's save this file. Save as. I'll select all files. I'll name it example.html. Save. So now this is saved. So this is where I store all of my files. So just by double clicking on this, it'll open. So here you can see my first heading. So now let's see example 2, paragraph element. Now let's create a paragraph. So instead of heading, I'll be creating a paragraph. So I'll be removing this. So paragraph, you have to use P, and I'll just name it hello and close the paragraph tag. So when I run this, you can see it is printed. So most HTML elements use both an opening and closing tag together with the content in between. uh, they form a complete HTML element. So that's all for this video. Now you know what an HTML element is and how it is structured. In the next video, we'll learn more HTML tags and build our web page step by step. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.